Okay, the map says we're like an hour and a half away.
Okay, cool. I'm excited.
Me too.
How long have you known Tanner?
Oh my gosh. Probably since we were like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our moms were friends outside of school for a really long time, so I grew up being around him, but we also went to the same like middle school and high school, so we got to spend a lot of time together in and outside of the classroom. But I had a lot of friends that got to know Tanner really well through service learning, which was at the high school, and that was always really cool. And I did that my senior year as well, but I didn't get to be with Tanner. I was actually at the middle school, but anybody that got to be even with him for just a moment, honestly, like their whole day was just completely changed.
What was Tanner like?
Oh my gosh. Tanner's been the exact same since he was a kid, even till now. Like, he was just so energetic, and he's just so excited, and he's so passionate about everything that he sets his mind to. And honestly, I'm just so excited for you to meet him.
I'm excited.
Tanner, I heard, are you still lifting weights and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah? Are you pretty good at it?
Yeah.
Yeah? I can't. I can do the little ones that look like this, you know? I can just barely pick those up.
Oh no.
Then I gotta drop them again.
Yeah, because you
Oh wow.
can't live with these guns.
Yep. You have huge muscles. I got none of that,
feel
you
this.
see?
Feel
Can
this
I?
right here. I do some sign English.
Do you know how to spell your name in sign language?
Tannery.
Could you ask me?
Zoy.
You did the whole thing? That's so cool.
I'm cool.
You're what?
Peace.
What was the first word you said?
I'm cool.
Oh, you're cool.
Like a spy agent.
That's true. Like a spy agent.
That's all I know. Like when people have all their girl drama, I am so glad that I have boys. There's no hair, there's no makeup. We get up, we spray your hair, and you go. You do your thing. I don't know. I'd love it. I was athletic in school, so I love going to their sports. I love being involved in their lives and doing everything that they're doing. So I don't know anything. Sean and I'll talk like we don't even know what we did before we had Tanner. Like, you know, even though you were married before and you do things together, I don't know. They're just our life. Like, they're my life for sure. I told Tanner he's never going to move out. He can live in the backyard in a little house, but he has to stay here with me.
Are him and Kylie pretty close?
No.
No.
No, I mean, not really. Not like that. I mean, they have their moments. Tanner, what did he competed in some Special Olympics in January, the state games for basketball, and Tyler didn't get to go because he had to work. Yeah. And when we came home, he said, I just want to take Tanner to dinner just to celebrate. I don't think they got 4th place, but and I was like, oh gosh, yeah, totally. Yeah. You're about it. So Tanner, and they love to eat Mexican food. You've already heard that. Yes. So I think we own stock in Alfredo's. We should. But they're brothers. You know, they bug each other. They get on each other's nerves, but then they'll go in there and do something together, play a video game together. So it's just like any siblings are. I think Tyler would have his back if anytime he needed to have it, but at home, they're brothers. Yeah. But the things that are hard for them, like brothers, is that Tanner's 3 years older. So when Tyler got a car and drove, Tanner doesn't understand that. When Tanner's applied for jobs and tried to get a job, you know, because he's tried since he graduated, and it's been 2 years before he finally got this job, and then over December, Tyler got a job. So those things that Tanner is aware he's the big brother, he's older. I want to drive like Tyler is. I want to go out when Tyler goes out. Those kind of things are hard to explain to him.
Do you remember where you went to high school at?
Mustang.
Mustang? What was your favorite thing about going to school?
Doing English.
English? Yeah. So do you like to read and write? What's
Yes.
your favorite book?
I don't read. I read on a piece of paper.
Oh, you read on pieces of paper, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Like what? What do you read?
Just a story I can read on a piece of paper and follow along and write on it.
Do you like to read stories, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you graduate? Do you remember what year?
What year, Mom? 2015. 2015.
Yeah. You got to... Did you walk up on the stage?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, did you like that?
Yes.
It's pretty exciting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and did you throw your hat?
No.
No, you didn't. You kept it for yourself.
Oh, yeah. I just saw it.
You did throw it?
Yeah.
Who gave you your diploma?
You. My mom did.
Your mom gave you your diploma?
Yes, and I was crying.
Why'd you cry?
Because if she cried, I cried.
What? So when she cries, you cry?
Yeah.
I think Mustang puts an importance on inclusion. I think that there is a big push to not have isolation. So there's no isolation here, is what I would say. And I don't think it's been bad in other districts I've been in. I think it's just the way that we do business and the way you get used to doing business. And I can't take any credit for this. I think it's what kids have pushed for. I think it's what teachers have pushed for. I think it's just part of the acceptance. And I'll be honest, for me, the first year, it was amazing, and I thought, how is this working? But it works, and it works very well. Service learning is the biggest one in this district that I've seen, and actually it's the only district that I've seen service learning. So we had 162 kids apply to be a part of our service learning. We have 3,100 students, and so those students are saying, I want to be assigned a class where I work with really what we call our functional skills class, which used to be called severe and profound. So students in wheelchairs, so students who have Down syndrome, or students with severe disabilities. I think that it makes them more ready to go into the real world and accept every kind of person that they meet. It increases tolerance level. And that's not only the students involved in service learning, because it's every student here at lunch. And I will say, this is probably, we have several autistic kids coming through the building now. So it would not be unusual if you came in to visit from the outside world to see a student running up and down. And I mean, that's what they need to release energy during lunch, and every kid not even acting like it's there because it's so used to them being there. So students who rock or students who make noises, I mean, you'll find them in the regular commons area during lunch. And it's just part of what our students are used to. They know these students by name, and they're very accepting and tolerant.
They learn to wash and dry and fold, and they learn to make a bed, and they learn to cook, and then this is the changing room. So see, every severe profound room would have a shower in case they have an accident.
Yeah.
They'd have a changing room, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
most schools would have something similar to this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
One of the most favorite parts of my job is getting to see how regular ed students and special ed students work together and collaborate together. I think it's extremely important that we don't keep special ed students separated from the general ed class. I'm really big on having a collaborative class where you have a regular ed teacher and a special ed teacher that can work together, and the kids are learning to work together. They're more tolerant of each other. One of the things that I loved about Tanner is everybody at school was accepting of him, and they embraced him and his differences and how amazing he was and all that he had to offer, because he's come so far with all of the things that he's had to endure. And they were able to see what an exceptional person he is, and look past anything that he struggled with.
Oh, he was like the school spirit here. You know, he was on the football team. He was a role model not only for a lot of special education students. I would say he was a role model for a lot of students.
He loved the team team atmosphere of the football team, and most of them are awesome with them. And so even as he graduated, they would still have him come back and run in with the team. And his brother was a senior this year, and he didn't get to run in. We kind of put the end of that as parents. Just, you know, you don't go to school anymore. So he. Really?
I want to run out the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I play basketball, baseball, and I did powerlifting.
Which one was your favorite?
Everything.
Everything was your favorite?
Yes.
Tyler, his brother, power lifted his freshman year, and Tanner thought that was awesome. Like, he just got pulled into that with football. And so I just was on the Special Olympic website one day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Sean, they totally have a powerlifting division in Special Olympics. And so Sean went and got trained, and a friend of ours who has a son, his name's Canton, he is deaf and works out a lot, and he actually was Tanner's first coach and trained him through the first year. He goes now to a deaf college in Washington, D.C., Gallaudet, and played football for them. And so he's just done it now. This will be his third year to do it.
Tired? Yep. Yep. I would expect that. My biceps hurt from standing here.
He has done 2 competitions so far and loves it, which is good because it helps him stay in shape now that he's not going to school anymore. And so, like I say, we'll compete in May at the state games. They're in Stillwater, and he does that now, and he does 3-on-3 basketball is what he does now as far as competitions. It's just he and I, and so it gives us a time to, you know, work one-on-one, and he likes to do, like I say, he likes to do the lifting, and so it's something that we've found that we can both do. Mine is more health, his is because he likes to work out. Hi, YouTubers. And so 4 to 5 days a week we come, and it's anywhere from an hour and a half to, he works out an hour and a half usually every time we come, and so up to 2 hours. So
That's pretty extensive for anybody. That's just a lot of discipline
Yes.
over time.
it does definitely.
Have you seen?
Wait, listen, hang on.
Wait.
Are you guys preparing for anything?
Sometimes I used
For
to
powerlifting, for Special Olympics,
the cables.
that will be May 16th.
You're still doing Special Olympics, right?
Tanner still does them. He has done it before you could even do it. They have a program called Stars of the Future before you turn 8 that you can do, and they have little just, you know, jungly gym activities. And then at 8 they can be involved. And so yeah, we've totally been involved. Started out with just track and field, bowling. As he became older, again with that, just his behavior and his impulsiveness, that was too much for him to do the softball throw and the running. So we would get into the long jump, and that was just something the school didn't do, so we would have to do that on our own.
I'm good at everything.
You're good at everything?
Yeah.
Are you going to go for Special Olympics?
Yeah.
So you're not nervous about it?
Nope, I'm not nervous.
He is, and he loves to be out there, and he's not shy about anything, and he'll just, hey, hi, just go up to people, and he loves to do all of it.
How do you think like his personality and like who he is as a person has like changed who you are, like from the time that you were, you knew that you were pregnant with him even to, like till now, besides like obvious like motherhood, but like as a person?
Has his personality changed?
No, how has he changed you?
Oh, has he changed me?
Yeah.
He just makes you just more accepting and loving. Like he doesn't have a mean bone. Even if he does something that he just instantly is apologizing for, and he's instantly loving. Like he's told you, if I'm crying, he's crying. His heart is huge. And he's just a great kid. You know, he's like all of you guys. We get in arguments, you know, like that, but I don't know. I don't know.
When did you start doing it? When did you start making aprons?
A couple years ago.
Who helps you?
Shelby Jones.
Shelby helps you?
Her last name is Jones.
It's Jones now.
Yeah, she's already married.
Is she a pretty good friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys do how does she help you?
She's helped me hold the fabric still.
Yeah.
I have OSU, barbecue.
Can you bring him over here?
Bring that one.
Yeah. That one's cool.
And I made this one for Mom for Christmas.
For Christmas? Oh, wow. That one's really cool. Do you make sure they wear them all the time?
Yep.
He said you have to wear them. Did you do the front part by yourself where it says mom?
No.
No.
Shelby does.
Shelby helped you with that part?
Yeah.
Which part did you do?
I did the pocket.
What we're really working towards is those life skills, so we're always looking for opportunities to get our students into the community. And so when we take students into the community, we take their partners with them to help them feel safe.
All right, so I was talking to your mom the other day, and she said you just got a job.
Yes.
Where'd you get a job at?
Sprouts.
Yeah?
He's just excited to talk about it. He's just proud of himself. I am so proud of him that he has it, and I flaunt it and like, he got a job. Because in our community, like our world of people, like it's just like, oh my gosh. A lot of people look up to Tanner that have younger kids that are just starting out. Because we've had struggles. He has ADHD. We have behavior problems. We've gone through all of that kind of stuff. And so this is like, I can do it. My kid can be that too. So that's awesome. Him having the apron business and him going and speaking at the conference. Like those are just things like when he was young that we would just sit at those conferences and see those people and think, oh my gosh, Tanner can do that one day. But you don't think they can, but you're like, he could, and he does. So it's awesome.
We need inclusion and collaborative settings for these students because they deserve to be out just as much as everybody else, and they have so much to offer. I don't think that people realize that enough.
Wanted to be involved in everything, and he knew everybody. He had friends for everybody in this building. So I don't think you'd find a teacher or an administrator that didn't know Tanner. And so that just shows you the abilities that every person has if they push to their highest level.
I didn't know that I was going to have him with Down syndrome, you know, and there are days it's not fair. He doesn't know why he has Down syndrome, and I wouldn't change who he is. It's hard, the struggles that he has, but he's overcome so much, and he's done so much more than we probably ever thought that he would, even though we have high expectations for him. He's just a good kid. I'm so proud of who he is. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you guys like to play games outside? Or do you
No.
mostly hang out inside?
Inside.
Inside? Yeah.
I hate bugs.
Hello everyone, welcome to my crib. Alright. You're just as funny about
I swear. Is it like when you see her right now, running down? Yeah.
So I was spending a whole hour today just in one of their classrooms helping them with any of the homework that they needed and helping them just kind of
He said mom.
Oh.
Yeah, I just said
Would you please subscribe me and down below, hit that like button on your this side and ring that bell.
Ring that bell, what's that?
Says tell me what you want to know, then I'll help you how to become something. I can help you with that.